In a little Tibetan town settled at the foot of a superb mountain, there carried on with an unassuming lady named Pema. She was known for her generosity and profound association with the normal world. Each day, she would sit outside her unobtrusive home, reflecting with the rising sun, her brain quiet and her heart open to her general surroundings. Nonetheless, notwithstanding her insight and great deeds, Pema was battling. Her ranch, when rich with crops, had begun to wilt. The dirt appeared to be worn out, and regardless of how hard she functioned, her harvests were small. Pema had consistently accepted that overflow came from working together as one with nature. Yet recently, it appeared to be that regardless of what she did, success was out of her compass. At some point, an elderly person, a meandering sage, came into the town. His eyes shone with a strange energy, and his step was quiet at this point, deliberate. The residents invited him heartily. However, Pema, feeling lost, moved toward him with an inquiry. "Savvy one," Pema started, "I have had a go at everything. I work with the land, I think, and I offer my affection and appreciation to the earth. Yet my harvests keep on falling flat. What is the mystery from genuine overflow's perspective?" The old sage grinned, his eyes sparkling. "Pema, the response lies in the force of equilibrium. You have given the earth your adoration and appreciation, yet maybe you have neglected to carry equilibrium to your internal world. The earth reflects what is inside you, and some of the time, to bring overflow, we should initially fall in line with the powers of nature." Pema was interested, however befuddled. "How might I conform to nature along these lines?" The sage ventured into his bag and took out a little, dried ginger root. He held it out to Pema, who took a gander at it inquisitively. "This is ginger," the sage said. "It holds the energy of essentialness, strength, and change. Take it, and at whatever point you feel the heaviness of uncertainty or disappointment, grasp it and spotlight your energy on it." "Ginger?" Pema asked, uncertain. "How might something so straightforward assistance me?" "Trust," the sage answered. "Ginger has an exceptional energy. It energizes warmth, invigorates development, and advances the progression of life force. At the point when you hold it, experience the glow that it conveys. Allow it to advise you that overflow is definitely not something static. It streams, it develops, it changes." With those words, the sage disappeared as bafflingly as he had shown up, leaving Pema remaining with the ginger root in her grasp. The following morning, Pema heeded the savvy's guidance. She held the ginger root away from plain view, experiencing its glow and envisioning the imperativeness it addressed. As she pondered, she zeroed in on the energy of change and reestablishment. That's what she understood. Similar to ginger, she excessively expected to restore her soul, delivering old questions and negative considerations that had flourished in her heart. She started to see what is happening not as a battle, but rather as a chance for development and change. Over the course of the following couple of weeks, Pema proceeded with her contemplation with the ginger root, involving it as an image of essentialness. She worked the land with re-established energy, zeroing in on the potential for change in each seed she planted. She sustained the dirt as well as her own internal harmony and strength, believing that overflow would come when she conformed to the progression of nature. As the months passed, something wonderful occurred. Pema's harvests started to thrive. The once desolate soil currently yielded a plentiful collect, and the energy of flourishing started to course through her ranch. The town individuals wondered about the change and came to Pema for direction. She shared the savvy's insight and the force of ginger, helping them to track down balance inside themselves and confidence in the groundbreaking force of nature. At some point, Pema got back to where the sage had first showed up. She viewed as a little stone, engraved with change. She grinned, understanding that the illustration had been about something beyond the land. It had been tied in with changing her own brain and soul to embrace the progression of overflow. From that day forward, Pema's homestead thrived, in crops as well as in harmony and joy. She discovered that overflow was not only something to be pursued, it was a characteristic stream that, when sustained inside, could change each part of life. Similarly, as the ginger root conveyed the energy of essentialness, so too did Pema's heart, presently open and lined up with the overflow of the world. The town prospered, and the narrative of the ginger root and its extraordinary power was passed down for ages. An update that overflow is generally reachable when one is in offset with their general surroundings. As seasons changed and Pema's homestead kept on flourishing, she felt a profound feeling of appreciation for the insight the sage had shared. Be that as it may, at some point, as she strolled through her thriving fields, she saw something surprising. The harvests were developing plentifully, yet Pema felt a weird vacancy inside. In spite of the outside progress, there was a peaceful murmur in her heart that something was absent. Pema plunked down in the focal point of her homestead. Her look clearing over the land that had once been desolate, however, was presently lavish and loaded with life. She shut her eyes and started to ponder, looking for replies from the inside. As she reflected, the picture of the ginger root showed up before her in her imagination. It was lively, beating with life. However, there was a more profound truth she had not yet perceived. The ginger root not just addressed essentialness, warmth, and development, it likewise represented the energy of liberality and giving. Genuine overflow, Pema understood, isn't just about getting the favors of the earth. It is tied in with sharing those favors openly, without connection. It is tied in with developing an open heart, one that both gets and gives in equivalent measure. With this newly discovered understanding, Pema started to move her concentration. She presently not estimated her prosperity by how much yield she reaped or the abundance she collected. All things being equal, she looked to utilize her overflow to support her own family as well as her whole town. She imparted the reap to those out of luck, offered direction to ranchers who were battling, and welcomed others to think with her in the fields, showing them how to associate with the earth and the progression of life. At some point, an explorer came to Pema's homestead, tired and hungry from his excursion. Pema greeted him wholeheartedly, offering him a warm dinner, produced using her rewards for all the hard work. As they sat together, the voyager inquired, "Pema, how could it be that your fields are so plentiful? Your harvests resemble a waterway that never dries up, but you appear to be so serene, so satisfied." Pema grinned delicately and answered, "The mystery lies not in the land alone, but rather in the heart. Overflow streams through what we take, however, through what we give. By sustaining the earth with adoration, by sharing unreservedly with others, and by lining up with the normal progression of life, we permit overflow to fill in all parts of our lives." The explorer, moved by her words, inquired as to whether she could show him her methodologies. Pema gestured and shared the insight that had been given to her. To live as one with nature is to live as one with yourself. The ginger root is a sign of the glow and essentialness that streams inside us. Yet we should likewise recall that genuine imperativeness is tracked down in imparting that glow to the world. Over the long haul, the explorer got back to his own town, conveying with him the lessons of Pema. He as well started to develop his property as well as his heart, finding that when he imparted his assets and his affection to other people, his life bloomed in manners he won't ever anticipate. His own homestead started to flourish, and the town he resided in encountered a recharging of soul and overflow. Thus, the example that Pema had gained from the sage, the illustration of ginger and the progression of overflow, spread all over. It was passed starting with one heart, then on to the next, reminding all who heard it that genuine flourishing isn't estimated by what we have, yet by the amount we will give. Pema, presently a senior in the town, kept on carrying on with an existence of harmony, concordance, and liberality. Her ranch stayed an image of overflow, in light of the harvest she developed, but sense of the manner in which she had developed her soul. In giving, she had gotten definitely beyond what she might have at any point in vision. The overflow that coursed through her life was the reap of the land, yet the affection, astuteness, and harmony that she imparted to other people. Thus, the tradition of Pema and the ginger root turned into an immortal story in the town, reminding all who heard it that the way to genuine overflow lies not in what we accumulate for ourselves, but rather in the glow and liberality we deal to the world. In our videos, we are not engaged in promoting the Buddhist religion. Instead, we aim to share the beautiful aspects of Tibetan philosophy, offering insights that can enrich and enhance your way of life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for more videos. Until next time.